welcome to Anchorage, Alaska, where your Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks take on the Anchorage Bucs. I'm Clayton Jackson here with you all evening. We've got another fun one for you. Chinooks coming off a 6-4 win over these Bucs on a Monday night. The Chinooks sit at 13-11 in the ABL standings. That is good enough for fourth place. It's a very tight top four. The Matsu Miners in the lead at 13-9. The Oilers sit at 15-11. Bucs at 13-10. The Chinooks at 13-11. So another big game for the Fish. Got to get this one done. And maybe they can pass the Bucs right here. It would be a good look to try to get up back towards the Oilers, who are at 15-11. But pretty sunny evening here in Anchorage. It has been rainy and windy and nasty the beginning of this week. But the sun has come out tonight, and we are grateful. Wind blowing in, but, I mean, you can't complain too much with how lovely of a day it has turned out to be. But we're going to take a quick break here, and then we are going to come back and get you your starting lineups for both teams.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's introduce a lineup for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Leading off, shortstop, number 6, Reese Besser. Batting second, catcher, number 10, Austin Young. Batting third, left fielder, number 17, Phoenix West. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 3, Ty Butler. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 1, Drew Hurst. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 13, Luke Zoromski. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 4, Carter Reed. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 15.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska, here at Mulcahy Stadium. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this evening. First, for the home team, the Anchorage Bucs. Leading off, it'll be the second baseman, number 1, Miles Keogh. He's hitting a very impressive .467 with 7 hits and 4 RBIs on the season. Batting second, the shortstop, number 18, Finn Leach. He's hitting .289 with 22 hits and 18 RBIs. Batting third, the DH, number 6, Hank Smith. He's slashing .338 with 22 hits and 8 RBIs. Batting cleanup for the Bucs, the catcher, number 15, Ty Denton. He's slashing .364 with 20 hits and 12 RBIs, along with a homer. Batting fifth, the left fielder, it's number 33, Taylor Tracy. He's hitting .245 with 12 hits and 7 RBIs. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 8, Ryan Dara. He's hitting .321 with 26 base knocks, 14 RBIs, and a bomb. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 17, Camden Lanfear. He's hitting .273 with 27 hits and 10 RBIs. Batting the 8th hole, the first baseman, number 20, Hayden Miller. He's hitting .048 with 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. Rounding out the Bucs starting lineup, the right fielder, number 19, Andrew Raymond. Raymond hitting .237 with 14 hits, and it is 5 RBIs. On the mound for the Anchorage Bucs tonight, it's number 9, Dylan Netto. He's posting an ERA of 5.27, 1 win, 1 loss on no starts, 13 2/3 pitch. He's been up 15 hits, 13 runs, only 8 of them earned, 7 walks and 7 Ks for the pitcher out of Cal State Fullerton, hometown of Mission Viejo, California. We're going to take a quick break before we get to the Chinooks starting lineup for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back to give you the starting lineup for your Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, may you please rise. Gentlemen, move your head cover as we honor America and those who are fighting for our country today, in the past, and in the future.
And we're back here in Anchorage. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Leading off, it is the shortstop number 6, Reese Vassar, sitting .281 with 18 hits and 11 RBIs. Batting in the 2 spot, the catcher number 10, Austin Young. He's hitting .318 with 14 hits and 7 RBIs. And batting third, the left fielder, number 17, Phoenix West. He is slashing .338 with 22 hits and 11 RBIs. Batting cleanup for the Fish, the center fielder, number 3, Kai Butler. He's hitting .329 with 24 hits and 12 RBIs. Batting in the 5 hole, the third baseman, number 1, Drew Hurst. Hurst hitting .240 with 12 hits, 18 RBIs, and a home run. In the 6th spot, the DH number 13, Luke Zaromski, hitting .206 with 7 hits and 4 runs batted in. In the 7th spot, the first baseman number 4, Carter Reed. He's hitting .159 with 7 hits and 6 RBIs. Batting 8th, the right fielder number 15, Samuel Hess. And rounding out your Chinooks starting lineup is the second baseman number 7, Tate Green. He's hitting .130 with 6 hits and a run batted in. On the mound for the Chinooks, it will be number 31, Oliver Adams. Adams out of North Greenville University, hometown of Indian Trail, North Carolina. Adams posting an ERA of 5.79, no wins, 1 loss on 3 starts, giving up he's pitched 14 full innings, giving up 21 hits, 13 runs, only 9 of them earned, 7 walks, and 9 Ks for Oliver Adams. As we get ready for an all-important game here in Anchorage, we will see Dylan Neto make his first start of the season. Neto out of Cal State Fullerton and has pitched 13 2/3 for the Bucs this season, but it's all been out of the pen. So see how he adjusts to coming out of the dugout. As here we go. Reese Vassar will step to the plate to get this ball game going on a beautiful Wednesday evening, which is, again, just a huge blessing after some really just honestly nasty weather through this early part of the week and even into today. So just a blessing that we have cleared up and are able to play some Alaska Baseball League baseball. On the ground over to second to begin this ball game. Vassar swung on the first pitch he saw on Monday night. He got a base hit, not going to do it today, and there's one away here quickly. So with one away, it is the catcher Austin Young. Young out of Fresno State University. He's hitting .318 with 14 hits and 7 RBIs on the season. You're right, Jim. Would love to see the Chinooks turn on the offense today. And a good opportunity to do it against a pitcher who really hasn't gotten a whole lot of action in this kind of spot yet. So we'll see what the Chinooks can do against it. Fouled off, and the count moves to 1-1. Let's take a look at the Bucs fielders this evening. From left to right on the outfield, it's Taylor Tracy, Ryan Darren, Andrew Raymond on the infield. Camden Landfear, Finn Leach, Miles Keogh, and Hayden Miller. Behind the dish, it's Ty Denton, and of course on the mound, it is Dylan Neto. Inside on the 1-1, make it 2-1. Phoenix West waiting on deck for the Chinooks. Fastball right down the middle. Count moves even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not a huge crowd here in Anchorage whatsoever. It is pretty light. But still enjoying the sun, and definitely some wind, though. It is blowing in from right field. Poked down the line, but foul. We do it again at 2-2. The Bucs in their all-white home pinstripe uniforms with the black letters and numbers trimmed in yellow. It is the white front paneled cap with the yellow B on the front. As for the Chinooks, it is the navy blue jerseys with the red letters and numbers that say Chinooks across the front. It is of course, the red letters and numbers trimmed in white. And then the road gray pants for the fish today. And the navy blue slammin' salmon cap. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Austin Young. He has been fighting off a couple pitches, and it's going to put one on the ground over to short. It's scooped up by Leach and in time for out number 2. Last chance for the Chinooks here in the top of the first. It'll be Phoenix West, the left fielder. Comes in hitting .338 with 22 base hits and 11 runs batted in. See if he can start a 2-out rally here for the Chinooks. Neto, the righty, pitching out of the stretch, leaves it outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Kai Butler waits on deck. Based on the wind we're seeing here, I would be absolutely shocked if we see a ball go out. As that one fouled back. Count moves even 1-1. We've got a plethora of Seagulls out in left field. They might be in the danger zone. That is down line. Oh, just the wrong side for Phoenix West. Boy, that would have been extra bases, possibly 3. But instead, it'll just be 1 ball and now 2 strikes for Phoenix. It got past the outstretched glove of first baseman Hayden Miller, but couldn't quite land it. Now he goes down on a swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. It is no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. On to the home half of the first we go, scoreless here in Anchorage.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, don't forget to pick up those red tickets and win some prizes this evening. They're being drawn 3 times generally during the game, so head on over to the Pirate Stand, pick up that winning red ticket number, and we'll hopefully draw that for you and bring home some prizes. Also, while you're out and about, step by the Bucs Beer Garden and pick up some fine beers, seltzers, and wines, or head on over to that concession stand for some fine, top-of-the-line Boar's Head products. Thanks again for coming out and joining us on a beautiful Wednesday evening. Anchorage Bucs are excited to have you here.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium here in Anchorage, Alaska. The pitcher for the Chinooks tonight will be number 31, Oliver Adams, out of North Greenville University, hometown of Indian Trail, North Carolina. He's posting a 5.7 ERA on 3 starts, has no wins and 1 loss, 14 full innings pitched, giving up 21 hits, 13 runs, 9 of them earned, 7 walks, and 9 Ks for Adams. See what he can do against the Bucs trio of Miles Keogh, Finn Leach, and Hank Smith. The Chinooks were retired 1-2-3 in the top half. See if the Bucs go down the same way. Miles Keogh will be the leadoff man here in this inning. Keogh, he is hitting .467 with 7 hits, 4 RBIs. So not a ton of plate appearances for him, but man, he's been good when he's been at the plate, and it's reflected in his college commitment. He is out of Legendary Prep in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, that is, but has not played in college, just graduated high school, And he was committed to Coastal Carolina, a very prominent baseball school. Was in the national championship last year against LSU, but he has changed his commitment, decides to go play in the SEC. He's going to play for the University of South Carolina. So Miles Keogh, who's at the plate right now, will be a South Carolina Gamecock next year, and we can see why with a base knock out to left field to get things going. Oh, he could be. It's going to be close, but he's in safely with a sliding double. He legged that one out. What looked like a single for most guys is turned into a double. And now it's Finn Leach, the shortstop. Now, credit to him. That's a hit that should be a double, but I thought with the way that Phoenix West cut it off and played it in left field, that was going to be only a single. Just, he got there well, got there quickly, and made the right read on it, but it didn't matter. Keogh was able to leg it out. Now it is Finn Leach, the shortstop. He kind of tore up the Chinooks on Monday, but ultimately the Chinooks able to prevail 6-4. With Keogh on second and nobody gone, Leach will see the 0-1 pitch. It's downstairs, good stop from Austin Young. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hank Smith, the DH, waits on deck. As we've got some sort of youth soccer game or practice going on in the background over at AFS. On the ground, oh, Drew Hurst couldn't make the grab. And heading for home is Keogh. No throw even, and that will put the Bucs on the board early. He is showing off his wheels. And that's an RBI single for Finn Leach.
Now batting for the Anchorage Bucs from Point Loma, Missouri, designated hitter number 6.
Now Hank Smith, the DH, will step in with nobody gone and a runner on first. He's playing with the lead now. Ty Denton waits on deck. Downstairs on the first pitch to Smith. Count moves to 1-0. Not the start Oliver Adams was looking for. Downstairs once again. Count moves to 2-0, favorable for Hank Smith. No other ABL games in action tonight. This is the only show in the state. On the ground, this could be 2, but instead they will play it safe and get the easy one at first. Carter Reed was the one to make the play. It moves Leach over to second. So runner in scoring position with 1 away for Ty Denton, the cleanup man. Denton hitting .364 with 20 hits, 12 RBIs, and a jack on the season. Wind blowing in pretty strong. At least that's what it looks like from the flags. This one fair. Young able to sling it over in time. It advances the runner over to third, but the Chinooks, they are keeping it reasonable here. They got 2 away for Taylor Tracy now. Taylor Tracy, the newly committed TCU Horned Frog. Got a runner on third with 2 away. Adams out of the windup. Delivers it in there on the fastball. Count moves to 0-1. There is something big here going on in the parking lot outside of Mulcahy Stadium. I can't exactly tell what it is. Some sort of some sort of concert-ish thing. It looks like there's a grandstand, but there's no music that I can hear. But there's a bunch of food trucks. Some sort of big festival is going on in the parking lot that is shared by the Sullivan Arena, Ben Boeke, and Mulcahy Stadium here. In the air, this one in foul territory. It's going to get out of play into the stands. So Taylor Tracy, he's behind 0-2. For those of you who don't know, the the Chester Creek Sports Complex here, where Mulcahy Stadium is located, consists of Mulcahy Stadium right here, the Kosinski Fields in the background, which are also baseball fields, but more just your little league, high school, whatever fields that you can see. You can see the Anchorage football stadium. You can see maybe the corner of it out of your screen, if that, but mostly used for soccer. It's a pretty old facility, but it works for some youth soccer, some high school soccer games. And then behind us at Mulcahy is the Sullivan Arena. That was, for years and years and years, Anchorage's one and only arena. It was the home of the University of Alaska Anchorage Athletics, basketball, volleyball, hockey. As that one swung on and missed, and that should end the inning. We will continue this conversation when we get back, but that will finish the first inning. There is one run though on 2 hits. There are no errors, and there is one left on base. On to the top of the second we go. The Bucs lead it 1-0. Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. The Bucs pick one up early as they lead it 1-0. The Chinooks will have to claw back. They will do it with the trio of Kai Butler, Drew Hurst, and Luke Zaromski. Butler leads things off, hitting .329. He'll face Dylan Neto, who's back out for another inning. Neto kicks and throws a slider in the dirt, and it is 1-0. But as I was saying before we finished up the inning, the Sullivan Arena behind us, part of the Chester Creek Sports Complex, it was the arena for all of Anchorage for years and years. It was used for the University of Anchorage Athletics, for the Alaska Aces, which was our only professional sport we had in the state. It was a semi-pro hockey team in the ECHL, but lost them a number of years back because that one's down the line foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And then of course, along with the University of Alaska Anchorage, there was famously the Great Alaska Shootout. For those of you who are college basketball fans, you probably know about that one. It was discontinued in about 2017, I believe, something or like that, for the men. But that was one of the premier multi-team events in college basketball early in the season. And that was played there in the Sullivan Arena for many years. You had many great basketball players come through there in that tournament. And then, of course, you had your Alaska High School Sports Championships being played there. Basketball, volleyball, wrestling, NYO, Native Youth Olympics. As that one's on the ground, trying to beat it out is Butler, and it got him. Good throw from the third baseman, Lanfear.
Now batting for the Chinooks, third baseman, number 1.
So now with one away, it is Drew Hurst. The Sullivan, it then kind of stopped getting used for most of anything after the Alaska Airlines Center was built, which is what now houses all the University of Alaska Anchorage athletics and all the high school tournaments. And yes, we love the Aces, and unfortunately they're gone. But we do now have something in the Sullivan Arena. It's the Anchorage Wolverines. It is a junior hockey team that plays in the NAHL, which that's fun. People here in Anchorage love the Wolverines. It's a nice replacement back in there. First time in a while anything's been in the Sullivan, really, especially after it was used as a homeless shelter during COVID. But nice to get something back in there. A historic building here in Anchorage. But then the last part here of the Chester Creek Sports Complex, the Ben Bokeh, it's just a bunch of ice arenas, which, as you can imagine, you get used quite a bit here in Alaska. I know that was a lot, but can be interesting to understand. This is pretty much our only, or especially for a long time, was our only sports complex realistically in the city other than high school facilities. Curveball will get him to swing there. It's 2-2 to Drew Hurst with one away, bases empty. Dylan Netto, he's looked sharp to start this ball game. The Bucs lead it 1-0. Bounced in there, and it is 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, it's chopped foul down the first base side. We do it again. Drew Hurst, he's been hot lately at the plate. In Kenai, he slugged the Chinooks' first homer of the season. Then he was able to get a little bit more going but Monday. He had 3 base hits in that one. Looks very good. 4 RBIs in the game. He homered as well. So just kind of been all over it lately. Can he keep it going here today? The question with Luke Zaromsky waiting on deck. Out towards right field, and he will. Our questions answered early. A base knock for Drew Hurst, the first of the day for the Chinooks. Now it is Luke Zaromsky, the DH.
Now batting for the Chinooks, designated hitter, number 13, Luke Zaromsky.
Zaromsky at the plate with the runner on first, and Carter Reed waiting on deck. Sun shining down here in Anchorage on a mid-July evening. Only a couple weeks left here in this season, and it is a close race atop the standings. Every single one of these games matter, and that is something you love to see if you're a Chinook fan. You love to see meaningful baseball at the end of July. Out towards center field, underneath it is Dara. He's coming in, and he'll put it away for out number 2. Now it is Carter Reed, the first baseman. He's got a runner on first with 2 away. If the Chinooks want to win this ball game, they're going to have to really open things up offensively. We know the Bucs are going to come to play on the offensive side of things. Just looking at the lineup, as I was prepping here, I mean, this one's scary. The Bucs have put together a solid order, and only really one weak spot in it throughout the whole thing, and that's Hayden Miller in the 8 spot. Other than that, they are solid top to bottom. Chinook's going to have to keep pace with them. They already put up 1 in the first. Could have been more. But I feel like the Chinooks really could. It's kind of just a matter of time before they start to get hits off Dylan Neto. They got 1 with Hurst, but you just feel eventually the floodgates might open. They did a little bit on Monday, had a 3-run inning that really sealed the deal. It was a quality win for the Chinooks on a cloudy Monday night. And after the day off yesterday, we have sunny skies. 1-1 pitch is high and tight. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Throw on over to first. It's close, but he's back in safely on a dive. Chinooks will finally return back home tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. It'll be Chinooks against the Oilers. The Oilers come to town as the throw back to first. 2-2 to Carter Reed with Hurst safely in at first. It has been 2 weeks since we have seen a game at Lee Jordan, and tomorrow night will be the return trip. And you just got to hope that the Chinooks can win that one. We talked about how close the standings are, and the Oilers, a team right in there. You get 2 shots at them. You get them on Thursday, you get them on Saturday, and I mean, those are games you just have to take. I mean, if you split them, oh well, but really would like to have them both. Another foul ball there, and Carter Reed staying alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. The righty Neto. He kicks and throws. Hurst on the move. It's outside, and he's in safely. So a runner in scoring position, a chance to tie this ball game back up for Carter Reed. First stolen base of the night for the Chinooks. Payoff pitch for Dylan Neto. Chance to get out of the inning right here. On the ground, wrong side of the line, and we do it again. I can start to hear a little bit of music coming from that parking lot, so it must be some sort of a concert going on. I'm very curious to find out what that exactly is. As that is ball 4, Carter Reed will head on to first. Now for Samuel Hess. Samuel Hess, the right fielder, going to get a chance to knock in a run potentially here and tie this ball game up. Sam Hess doesn't have a whole lot of plate appearances on the season, but he's been fairly decent with what he's got. As he fouls that one off on the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1. Again, mentioned it earlier, but this is the only game in action today. Down the line, this one is fair. He could beat it out, and he didn't even make the throw. Everyone's safe. Wow. Having a spin around is Drew Hurst. He was thinking home, thinking the throw would go to first, but a wise play by the Bucs to not make the throw. Nearly got him, but instead it's bases loaded for the Chinooks. Samuel Hess, an infield single. And now it is Tate Green. I mean, this could more than just give the Chinooks a tie. A base hit could easily give the Slammin' Salmon a lead right here. He will take down and away, 1-0. Like I said, all we got to do is keep pace with the Bucs offense. The question is not whether we can pitch, really. I mean, the Bucs, they're going to hit the ball. That's kind of just a given at this point. Any good pitching we see is kind of cherries on top. But offense got to show up today. 1 ball, no strikes. It's down and away again. 2 balls and no strikes. So, Greg, unfortunately not. I really have no idea why not. But we are just doing the top two teams championship series once again. Unfortunate for the Chinooks, who are, would be in there. But, I mean, they've still got a real shot at the top 2. But, everything we're hearing, everything I've heard, it is indeed a just top 2 teams in a 2 out of 3 top of the World Series. That will be at the very beginning of August. So maybe the Chinooks can sneak in there. It's been a good season as that one is given a ride out to right field, but not enough. That's going to end the inning as Raymond moves over and makes the play. So the Chinooks, man, they leave them loaded. No runs on 2 hits. There are no errors and 3 left on base. On to the home half of the second we go. It is 1-0. Bucs lead it.
Alaska Club, the Alaska's premium performance. Hill Corp of Alaska, Subway of Alaska, all proud supporters of our Anchorage Bucs. Don't forget, while you're out and about, ladies and gentlemen, check out that concession stand. Speaking of top of the line, Boar's Head products, go check them out. Take care of tickle and tummy. Also swing by the Bucs Beer Garden and check out the beer, seltzers, and wines. And also don't forget to swing by and pick up your red ticket for a chance to win some prizes this evening. Drawing coming very soon, I'm sure. So stick around, listen to that number, and get your tickets for a chance to win.
Bottom of the second here in Anchorage, it will be Ryan Dara to lead things off for the Bucs. He will face Oliver Adams, who's back out for another inning. Dara hitting .321 on the season. Fastball inside, 1 ball and no strikes. We've got an Arizona State Sun Devil facing off against the North Greenville Crusader. Sun Devil slaps it down the left field line. As the count moves even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Little breaking pitch that is fouled back over the same way. And now ahead is Oliver Adams, 1-2. Lanphier waits on deck with Hayden Miller in the hole. Poked right back up the middle, ranging over is Tate Green. Oh, it was a good throw, but couldn't quite make it. I think that has got to be a hit. Just a tough play to make. The fact that he even got the throw there was impressive. And so Ryan Dara aboard with a base hit, an ugly one, but a base hit nonetheless. And it is Camden Lanphier. Potential double play ball right here. With a 1-0 lead, the Bucs have a runner on first, and they try to extend it. Ollie Adams, the righty, comes set out of the stretch. Strike right down the middle, and it is 1-1. Wind's still blowing in. It is blowing straight in. Runner goes. Young's going to fire it over. It's not even going to be snagged. Good backup there from Kai Butler, though. Stolen base nonetheless for Ryan Dara, and there is a runner in scoring position for Camden Lanphier. The Anchorage Glacier Pilots, they had their game with us canceled on Sunday because of rain, and they have not played since. They don't play tonight. They won't play till tomorrow, and I'm not really sure why so many days off for them, but they're getting a nice long break. They played Saturday. Won't play till tomorrow, which is Thursday. But I don't know if that means they're going to be rusty. I don't know, maybe they're rested. Who knows? But we'll see tomorrow. I believe they have the Matsu Miners. Yep, they'll have the Matsu Miners here in Anchorage tomorrow. And there's a walk to Camden Lanphier. It is first and second for the Bucs. Hayden Miller now. This is a guy you got to get out if you are the Chinooks. He's only hitting .048. And that's just something you got to take advantage of if you're Oliver Adams here. Attack the zone and at least get one, even if you can't potentially get a double play, but got to get one somehow. He's going to throw back to second. It's close, but back in on a dive is Dara. Still only the bottom of the second. Andrew Raymond is waiting on deck for the Bucs. Good pitch on the inside, And it is 0-1, strike called. Hayden Miller out of Bradley University, hometown of Sandy Hook, Connecticut. Adams will deliver the 0-1. It is lifted in the air, foul territory. Phoenix West working over. It actually was in the field of play, but he's going to get over and make the catch. So 1 away. And Andrew Raymond at the plate.
Now batting for our Anchorage Bucs from Santa Clara University, right fielder, number 19, Andrew Raymond.
Still first and second for the Bucs with only 1 away. Lanphier on first. It is Dara on second. As the first pitch to Raymond is down and away, 1-0. Foul tip into the plate. Count moves even, 1-1.
That's now ball brought to you by Alaska Restaurant Supply.
Runners on the move. An ugly swing from Raymond, but it is a double steal. Both runners in safely.
And those stolen bases brought to you by Safe and Sound.
So Dara now in at third. Lanphier at second, as it is 1-2 to Andrew Raymond. Into the air, foul territory. It's going to hit the Bucs clubhouse. And we will do it again at 1-2. One-two pitch downstairs. Count moves even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Miles Keogh waiting on deck. Not where you want it if you are the Chinooks. Can't let it get there. Miles Keogh had a double to start out this ball game, and that just raises his batting average even more. Andrew Raymond goes down swinging. So 2 away. Runners on second and third. Miles Keogh to the plate. Keogh doubled and scored, responsible for the only, came home to score for the only run of this ball game. Looking to be responsible for runs 2 and 3. Swings through the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1. Takes down and away. We move even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Miles Keogh, the new South Carolina Gamecock. Swing and a miss as the count moves to 1-2. If the Chinooks can get out of this jam, that would be really quite big. It would keep it only in a 1-0 game, as that's what it will be. Oliver Adams gets out of it. Good pitch. And he is up to 3 strikeouts on the day now. It is no runs on 1 hit. There is no errors and 2 left on base. On to the top of the third we go. It is 1-0 Bucs.
66638. You are winning a chip to Little Caesar. Congratulations. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, those tickets are available at the Pirates Den, so swing on over and pick one of those up. And while you're out and about, check out the Bucs Beer Garden and great line of beer, seltzers, and wines, as well as a concession stand serving up top-of-the-line Boar's Head products and all kinds of other culinary delights to take care of that little tickle in the tummy. Thanks for joining us this evening with Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Chinooks, shortstop number 6.
We are back to the top of the order for the Chinooks here in this third inning. Reese Vassar will face off against Dylan Neto for the second time today. Neto got the better of him the first time around. He grounded out to second. Vassar will take a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Only 1-0 in this ballgame so far. Chinooks, they got a real opportunity to take it back. Takes just upstairs as it is 2-1 now to Vassar. Vassar comes in hitting .281 with 18 hits and 11 RBIs, which pretty nice RBI totals for a guy hitting leadoff into the air, as that one is going to be caught by the second baseman, Keogh, and there is one away.
Now batting for the Chinooks, catcher number 10, Austin Young.
Austin Young, the catcher, hitting in the 2 spot. He's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to short. Been very good so far this year. Would like to add to his totals. Takes a ball off the plate, and it is 1-0. Chopped on over towards third. Easton Babe, the head coach, acting as the third base coach, makes a nice barehanded grab, flips it back over to Dylan Neto, and we play on. Out towards center field, not having to go very far is Dara, and there's 2 away. One of those that sounded good, looked good, but unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. And it is Phoenix West now. Phoenix West, he struck out swinging his first time up. It ended the first inning. Ooh, that's a tough one for the Bucs. Tried to frame it. I thought it was in there, but umpire says no go, and it's 1-0. That one does indeed miss. It's off the plate, 2-0. Kai Butler waiting on deck. See if he's going to get an opportunity here. Outside in the other's batter's box. And Phoenix West, he is way ahead, 3-0. Hitters count. As the soccer game well underway over there at AFS. Not that you can really see it, but a lot of action here at the Chester Creek Sports Complex today, along with a Little League game going on in straightaway center. But the inning will continue. Phoenix West takes ball 4, and he's on to first with Kai Butler stepping to the plate. That delivers a fastball that is out towards center, and coming in to make the catch is Ryan Dara. That'll end the top of the third. There is no runs on no hits. There is no errors and 1 left on base. On to the home half of the third we go. It is 1-0. Bucs lead it.
Ladies and gentlemen, some more of our fine sponsors here for the Anchorage Bucs. Arby's of Alaska, Lowe's O'Grady, Safe and Sound, Northern Lights Imaging, Trailer Craft, and Little Caesars, all proud supporters of our Anchorage Bucs.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. It will be Finn Leach to lead off the bottom of the third for the Bucs. Leach, he is 1 for 1 in the ballgame. He singled. It was an RBI single in that first inning. Oliver Adams back out for the Chinooks. Looking to shut down the side here as he's pitching out of the windup to start out the inning. Leaves it upstairs on the first pitch to Leach. It is 1-0. Hank Smith waits on deck. It is turned on hard but foul down the first base side. There's some bodies milling around in both bullpens. I don't see anyone actually warming for either team, though, which makes sense. It's still only the bottom of the third. Neither pitcher has struggled too much. Downstairs on the changeup, and we moved to 2-1. Out towards left field, Phoenix West moving back, and just in front of the warning track, he makes the play, and there is 1 away now.
Now batting in for the Anchorage Bucs, designated hitter number 6, Hank Smith.
Hank Smith now at the plate with 1 gone, and base is empty. Smith, he is 0 for 1 in the ballgame so far. He will chop that one down the line foul. And yes, Mark is right. Flags are still at half-mast here in Anchorage for the passing of Senator Lindsey Graham, much like they were on Monday night. So still a period of mourning here, and everyone paying their dues. lifted high in the air. Shouldn't be a problem for Hess, and there's 2 away. Now it is the catcher, Ty Denton. Denton, 0 for 1. Came in hitting .364. If he can't get on base here, it'll be the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for the Chinooks. First pitch from Adams to Denton. It is down and away. Denton out of Tennessee Tech University. Strike in there at the thighs. Count moves even. 1 ball, 1 strike. The appeal to first says he did not go. It's 1-2. And speaking of Tennessee, the man on deck, Taylor Tracy, just transferred out of the University of Tennessee, and he is back a whole lot closer to home at Texas Christian University. He is a TCU Horned Frog. And that's a swing and a miss. Count moves even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He is out in front of it. But, yeah, Tracy, a lot of guys, that's just one of the big benefits. Whether you like the transfer portal or not, it's nice for a guy to be able to move a whole lot closer to home. He gets to play in his home state. He's from Austin, Texas, and, you know, getting to play at a similar level of ball, but, you know, just for a team he grew up around. And, you know, whether you like it or not, for a lot of guys, it's a really beneficial thing. And, that's what's kind of helping a lot of these guys still want to come up to the Alaska Baseball League. If we're being honest, you know, they're wanting film to send to a whole lot of other coaches, you know, out there throughout the rest of the country. They're saying, hey, look what I can do. You know, I may have played absolutely none during this school year, but I've still got the talent. Let me come up here to Alaska or wherever it is and show you that, hey, you know, I've got the talent still. As that'll get Denton on the arm, so the inning will not end there. As we do see Tracy right here. But yeah, no, it's a good thing for this league. The fact that we're seeing all the transfer portal moves, whether it's good for college sports or not, we love to see it here in the Alaska Baseball League, because we get more high-profile guys coming in. And obviously we had a whole lot in the past, but it was just one of those things where guys weren't coming up as much anymore. Didn't need to. But now, and I wouldn't say the talent has necessarily increased, but it's one of the big reasons that you have some of these guys coming up is, I mean, you'll hear them say it. You know, I'm hitting the transfer portal. I didn't play last year, and I'm trying to find somewhere I can play. And so if I can, you know, show coaches playing up here in this high-quality league that I can do it here, they might take a chance on me. So definitely just interesting. A new age of baseball, and really all of college sports. As Tracy, he's behind here 0-2. See if Oliver Adams can punch him out and get out of the inning. He will do it there. One that Taylor Tracy would love to have back. That pitch was never challenging the zone. Pulled the trigger anyway. And it is no runs on no hits. There are no errors. And 1 left on base. On to the top of the 4th we go. It is 1-0 Bucs.
community. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you and all you do for our communities as well as our great nation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Chinooks, third baseman, number 1, Drew.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska, Mulcahy Stadium. Dylan Netto back out for a fourth inning. It will be Drew Hurst to lead things off for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. 1-0 Bucs lead it in a low-scoring affair, but there is plenty of baseball left to be played. First pitch is sprayed off foul. The 0-1. It is just a little bit downstairs, and we move to even 1 ball, 1 strike. Out of the stretch, the 2-1 pitch. Outside, and we move to 3-1 hitters count for Drew Hurst. That is roped through the gap. His second base hit of the evening. It is a single for Drew Hurst, as it'll be Luke Zaromski at the plate, a leadoff single. So nobody gone and a runner on first. Greg, that is a great question. I am looking into that right now because I'm interested as well. The MLB draft happened just last week, I believe. And, yeah, usually a number of ABL guys get selected. As it is 0-1 here to Zaromski. Throwback over to Hurst. I'm seeing for sure one guy, Cole Carlin, who I believe played for the Anchorage Bucs last year out of Arizona State University. He was their he was one of their relievers. I believe he was their closer. He was selected in the first round by the Toronto Blue Jays. Wow, so let me see. Let me confirm that. As that's a foul ball, so we'll do it again with Zaromski here. Swing and a miss. That'll sit Luke Zaromski down. And there's one away with a runner on first.
Now batting for the Chinooks, first baseman, number 4, Carter Reed.
That is on the ground over towards short. It's through. We will go base hit here. He probably should have been able to make the grab, but don't know that he would have been able to make the throw over anyway. So base hit for Carter Reed, and it is first and second now for the Chinooks with only one away. Now Samuel Hess at the plate. He reached on an infield single his last time up. And yes, indeed, Cole Carlin, pick number 39. It's, for some reason, still looks like it's still considered the first round just because of the way some of the picks were acquired. But, yep, number 39 to the Toronto Blue Jays, Cole Carlin, out of Arizona State, played for the Anchorage Bucs. These Anchorage Bucs, last year I believe, as Hess will line this one out to center field. And that's the third time today. It has just been an easy one straight to Ryan Dara. 2 away now, and it is back to Tate Green. He flew out to right his last time up. He had bases loaded. So that is a really, actually, quality prospect that came out of the ABL.
Phone call brought to you by Alaska Restaurant Supply.
I know there might have been another, actually, Anchorage native drafted this year. I'm trying to check just to make sure. As that is over to short. They're going to flip to third. It is not caught. Oh. Drew Hurst, he's going to hold at third. But bases are loaded, and we're back to the top of the order. I want to call that an error. And, yeah, there's an error there on the scoreboard as well. So we're going to go E6 for Tate Green. Is Hurst in there at third, Reed at second, Green at first. And, yes, so Edison Polanco was, it looks like, drafted in the 15th round by the Miami Marlins. He played for the Glacier Pilots, I believe, 2 years ago. I believe it was 2024 he played for the Pilots. And he is from, actually, Anchorage. I believe he played at East Anchorage, so that's pretty cool. I can't get an official. Let me see. Let me see if I can find an official word on what number he was picked. I'm not seeing his name here, but I did just stumble upon another guy from the ABL who was drafted, another Anchorage Buck from last year, who is an Arizona State Sun Devil. Colin Linder, who was actually their closer last year. Cole Carlin was one of their other pitchers, the guy who was picked in the first round. Okay, yeah, 3. That sounds about right. I believe it should be Carlin, Linder, and Polanco. But yeah, that's pretty cool. A couple of guys, one really good prospect out of the ABL for this year. But right now, it's a situation for the Chinooks. They could get the tying run across. Bases are loaded, 1 and 2 to Reese Vassar. It is Hurst on third, Reed on second, Green on first, and Dylan Neto in a tight spot. Downstairs, we move even 2 and 2. The Nikolai brothers from Anchorage went to Service High School. Cohen and Ryland, probably both of those guys will get drafted at some point in the future. Cohen actually played 1 game for the Chinooks last year. That one's on a line straight at Miles Keogh, and that's going to end the inning. That was ripped, but unfortunately right at Keogh. That will end the inning. Another bases loaded situation where the Chinooks can't convert, and it is no runs on 2 hits. There is 1 error, and there are 3 left on base. On to the home half of the 4th we go. It is 1-0 Bucs.
Ladies and gentlemen, some more of our fine sponsors. Little Caesars, Alaska Highway Safety Office, Global Credit Union, State Farm, Alaska Towing and Wrecking, and Club Parents, all proud supporters of our Anchorage Bucs. Ladies and gentlemen, now batting for the Anchorage Bucs, center fielder number 8, Ryan.
We are back to Mulcahy Stadium here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 1-0 Bucs, and it is Ryan Dara back out to try and extend this lead. Oliver Adams, he is back on the bump for the Chinooks. Delivers the first pitch out of the windup. Dara takes at the knees. It's 0-1. That one outside. Count moves even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Puts a big cut on that. Comes up empty. It is 1-2. Oliver Adams ahead here. Let's see. So it doesn't actually look like Edison Polanco was drafted. He's playing in the MLB Draft League. Wasn't drafted. Let's see. Do you see who the other guy, other than Linder and Carlin, who was drafted was? I'm curious now. Because I do remember both Carlin and Linder from last year's Bucs team. The 1-2 pitch from Adams. It is chopped on over to Hurst. He's charging in and will make the throw in time for out number 1. That's the first out of the inning. Now Camden Lanphier at the plate. He walked his first time up. And he will step to the plate with 1 away, and the base is empty. We've got a close game for you, but there's a lot of baseball left to be played. Only 3.5 in. Strike right on the bottom right corner, and it is 0-1. Pulls the trigger again, can't make any contact. It's 0-2. Lanphier will be followed up here by Hayden Miller. Hayden Miller 0 for 1 in the ballgame and came in hitting 048. Again, one of those guys you got to get out every time you see him today. Not that he's not a good player, but when a guy's in a slump like that, I mean, you really have to take advantage of it. You don't want to ever be the one to take him out of a slump. Down goes Lanphier looking, and there's 2 away. And Hayden Miller, who flew out to left his last time up, will step to the plate. A bat goes flying out of Hayden Miller's hands, and again we said it a couple of years, well, I guess it was Monday, that we've just seen a whole lot of bats flying out of guys' hands, more than normal, especially here at Mulcahy Stadium, and that's another victim of it, Hayden Miller. Swings through, and he is behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Down and away, and it is 1-2. Okay, thank you. So, yep, the other guy from the ABL is Brody Purcell. Played at USC and then transferred to Florida State, which is where he got drafted out of. He played for the Bucs in 2024, it looks like. Brody Purcell. So those are your 3 guys, all of them from the Bucs. So the Bucs, the team from this ABL pumping out the prospects. I would imagine the minors might get 1 or 2 up next year. They had a very loaded team last year, and surely have a couple guys who will make the big leagues at some point. They were your league champions, and clearly the best team by the end of the season. Hayden Miller does walk there, and that's one where you just think, man, what could have been another 1, 2, 3 inning left on the table. Oliver Adams, he's been getting out of the inning, so not really a big deal, but just more pitches that he's got to throw. He's approaching 70 on the ball game. Now it is Andrew Raymond, a much more dangerous hitter, as that one's down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. But all that to be said, thank you for your question, Greg. I hope that answers it. Fouled back. And it is 1-1. And obviously, although that's not necessarily the primary goal of the Alaska Baseball League is to put guys in the big league, man, I mean, it will not be the same league that it is that we love, you know, if we don't put guys in the big leagues every once in a while. So it's good to see that. Especially for Alaskans, this is about as good of competition in athletics as we get up here. Love to see it. Oliver Adams trying to get out of the inning right here, though. Chinooks are very much in this game, but that is a base knock up the middle. And it is first and second now for the Bucs as they head back to the top of the order with Miles Keogh. Andrew Raymond comes through with his 15th base hit of the season. Hayden Miller moves into second, and now it is Raymond at first. With Miles Keogh, who is 1 for 2, had the big double to start out the ball game, struck out swinging his last time around. Adams would love to punch Keogh out once more. And another base hit up the middle. That will score another. Hayden Miller will make it 2-0. From 2 away to 2-0. And Miles Keogh comes through big once more for the Anchorage Bucs. Finn Leach back at the plate. With 2 away, it is a runner in scoring position and 1 on first for the Bucs. Chinooks trailed 2-0. Slider in there for strike. It's 0-1. It's Raymond on second. Keogh on first. So Jim saying Isaiah Peridot, who was a member of the Chinooks team last year, played at Mulcahy University, much like a number of our guys here. This year was invited to play in the MLB Draft League, so that's pretty awesome. Love to see some Chinooks getting chances. The last Chinook, I believe, to be drafted, if you don't count Cohen Nikolai, who is a local Anchorage kid who had actually already been drafted. He had been drafted in the 15th round by the Miami Marlins. He declined his contract. So, I mean, you can't play in the ABL if you are under a pro contract. Obviously, it's a collegiate summer league. But, you know, if you're not on contract, he declined it because he wanted to go back and play at the University of Oregon, which he did. And so he decided to come play with the Chinooks for 1 game. It was our last game out in Palmer that season. And he suited up in the red and blue for 1 night. But if you don't count him because he had already been drafted, as that is Adams, it is Ryan, I can't remember his name, Ryan something. He was drafted by the Astros, never made it to the show, but he was drafted. That was back in, I believe, 2020, the summer 2022 he played for the Chinooks, 2022 and 2023. But that is going to end the inning. And Finn Leach was the victim, grounded back to the pitcher. There is 1 run, though, on 2 hits. There is no errors, and there is 2 left on base. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's 2-0. Bucs lead it.
As we speak of it, this one's for gift certificate. Thanks for playing again. Picked up your red ticket at the Bucs Beer Garden for your chance to win great prizes each and every home game for our Anchorage Bucs. Ladies and gentlemen, new pitch on the mound for our Anchorage Bucs. Number 21, Sammy.
It's the top of the 5th here in Anchorage, and it's a new pitcher in the ball game for the Bucs. It's number 21, Sammy Funk. He is out of L.A. Harbor College, hometown of Wilmington, California. 12.0 ERA, no wins, 1 loss on 4 appearances. 3 innings pitched, getting up 5 hits, 6 runs, only 4 of them earned, 3 walks, and 2 Ks for Funk. He will face off against Austin Young for his first batter. 0-1 after a delivered strike to start out the at-bat. It was a good day for Dylan Netto in his first start. Gave up a couple of hits, but that was it. No runs. And he's got to be very happy with it. His ERA was high coming in. And looked like all he needed was to come out of the dugout rather than the bullpen. A good day for Dylan Netto all in all. 1-2 now for Austin Young, who will be followed up by Phoenix West and Kai Butler. So heart of the order for the Chinooks. Got to get something done. They only trail 2-0. Very much an opportunity. Out towards left field, going back on the run. Oh, did he make the catch? No. It is going to roll to the Trident Seafood sign in the alleyway, and that is a double for Austin Young. A good way to start out the 5th inning. Taylor Tracy tried to make the leap and grab, but he couldn't get there, and it is a 2-bagger for Austin Young. So now it is going to be Phoenix West, the left fielder, who's got a runner in scoring position already. West comes in hitting .338, and today he is 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. Takes on the inside half, trying to move out of the way, and it's in there for a strike. One ball, one strike. Fouled off, but it looks to be playable. And there is one away. It is caught by Hayden Miller in foul ground. And now, with one away and a runner on second, it is Kai Butler. Butler hitting .329. He's got 24 base hits and 12 RBIs. Time for another one right here. Yes, Mark, that is who it is, Ryan Callahan. He played in the 2023 and 2024 seasons, I believe. Or 2022 and 2023, one of the two, but something like that. And he was the Chinooks' real power hitter, and he was drafted by the Houston Astros I believe the 13th round. So that was cool to see. On a line, this one's going to get down. Austin Young, he's going to have to settle in at third, but a nice base knock for Kai Butler. With one out and runners on the corners, it will be Drew Hurst, who has been lights out so far. 2 for 2 and had a 3-hit day on Monday. The homer and 4 RBIs last Thursday. And, oh boy, if you're Sammy Funk, better watch out. The wind has actually shifted. It's blowing out now. So Drew Hurst, maybe make it 2 on the year. A 3-run shot would get this dugout going. It is Austin Young on third, Butler on second, and Butler goes. No throw, both in scoring position now. A base hit could tie this ball game up. Okay, yeah. 2022 and 2023. That makes more sense, Mark. He was a good player for the Chinooks. And but yeah, Jim, Isaiah Peridot, he was a great player for the Chinooks last year out of Messiah. The thing I remember most about him was his speed on the base paths. I have never seen someone just so automatic. When you saw him take off, it was a stolen base just about every time. And yeah, you knew if you were able to get him on base, you had him in scoring position. Which you can't say that about everyone. And he was special in that way. And if nothing else, I'm sure some team would love to have that down the road. And Drew Hurst, he'll just walk, which might be a wise move from the Bucs. As now it is Luke Zaromski. He's 0 for 2. If he can get a big hit here, the Chinooks will be right back in business. They trailed 2-0, but with the bases loaded full of fish and only 1 away, oh boy, trouble lurking. And just looking at the stats, Sammy Funk, not exactly the steadiest of pitchers. He's had a bit of trouble. And that's going to be the end of the day for him. So we will take a look and see who the new pitcher is when we return. The new pitcher in the ballgame for the Anchorage Bucs is number 23, Evan Stratton, out of Creighton University, hometown of Menifee, California. He's posting an ERA of 2.86, 3 wins, 1 loss on 6 appearances. He has 4 starts on the season. That's how he's been primarily used. Chinooks have seen him twice He's pitched 22 innings, given up 18 hits, 8 runs, only 7 of them earned, 12 walks, and 18 Ks for Stratton. The Chinooks have gotten to him bad, but also have gotten fairly shut down by him. So which version of Evan Stratton are we going to see right here? Bases loaded, 1 away for Luke Zaromski. Pressure is on. Carter Reed would be the Chinook on deck. Two nothing Bucs. As that one is chopped high over to third, they're going to go to the home plate for the easy one. Fielder's choice for Luke Zaromski. So Austin Young thrown out at home. And now it is Carter Reed with 2 away. The sacrifice fly out of the question now. Gotta have a base hit or else this is all for nothing. Takes it right down the pipe and it is 0-1. Fouled off, and Carter Reed, he is way behind. 0-2. Upstairs, as the count moves to 1-2, Carter Reed trying to fight back. Just got to find a hole. Takes it outside. We move even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the Bucs look to be playing this pretty well. I mean, there's a hole up the middle, a hole down the right side, but really going to have to try and force this one to the outfield. Fouled off once more, and we do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Bucs knew what they were doing. They were just throwing funk in there to get a couple outs, see how long he could go. And they were going to have Evan Stratton ready as soon as they needed him. But it's a full count for Carter Reed. If you can take a pitch, man, that'll send one walking home and give you Samuel Hess at the plate. The runner's already in motion, but he pulls the trigger on a filthy curveball from Stratton, and the Chinooks leave him loaded for the 3rd time today. Ooh. The Bucs, they are bending but not breaking. And it is no runs on 2 hits. It is no errors and 3 left on base. On to the home half of the 5th we go. 2-0 Bucs.
pitch on the mound for the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks. Number 18, Cade Carrington.
It is the bottom of the fifth here at Mulcahy Stadium. A new pitcher in the ballgame for the Chinooks. Number 18, Cade Carrington, out of Olivet Nazarene University, hometown of Middlebury, Indiana. He is posting an ERA of 3.31, 1 win, 1 loss on 9 appearances. 16 and a third pitch, giving up 11 hits, 7 runs, only 6 of them earned, 12 walks and 12 strikeouts for Carrington. He will face Hank Smith first here in this one. It is 1-0 for the Point Loma Sea Lion. Takes just inside, and the count moves to 2-0. Hank Smith ahead. That's awesome, Jim. We love to see our Chinook alumni performing well, and we look forward to seeing what he does down the road. 273, not too shabby. You'll take it. 3-1. After that one, a called strike. Carrington, the lefty, will deliver a swing and a miss there. Another breaking pitch, and it is a full count in his first batter of the day, Hank Smith. Pops straight up in the air, Austin Young. He will move over and make the play. So with one away, Ty Denton now. Denton, he is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Grounded out in the first. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the first base umpire. So it's 1-0 here for Denton. Taylor Tracy waits on deck. Ball below the knees, as it is a hitter's count here for Denton. 2-0. On the ground, it is up the middle for a base knock. 1 on, 1 out for Taylor Tracy.
Now batting for the Anchorage Bucs, left fielder, number 33, Taylor.
Tracy, he has struck out swinging both times today. Just struggled to find it. Only hitting .245 on the season. And it's lower now. If he can come with a base knock, he'll be doing just fine. But, yeah, there it is. Through the gap. And it is first and third. Or first and second, excuse me.
Now batting for our Anchorage Bucs, center fielder, number 8,
Ryan Dara at the plate. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the second inning. He's got a runner in scoring position now. They look to add on to their 2-0 lead. For how low scoring this game has been, it is not exactly flown by. It's because the Chinooks have loaded the bases up 3 times today and left them stranded. No balls, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. Down and in. 1-1. Count moves even. Carrington trying to get him out of the inning and keep it a 2-run game so they're within striking distance. How's it going, Luke? He's checking in from Kansas. And I agree, Luke. We need a win here bad. If we want to stay in the hunt for that championship series, got to have it. This could be two. They'll go to second for one and get them both. That'll get the Chinooks out of the inning. How about it? The classic 6-4-3 double play will send Dara and company packing. It is no runs on 2 hits. There is no errors, and there is 1 left on base. On the top of the 6th we go, 2-0. Bucs lead it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have another one to draw here. Get out that red ticket number. We got a winner. This is the Fairtooth Theater certificate. Red ticket number is 066663. 066633. You are the big winner. From Lewis's Tooth in the Fairtooth Theater.
Top of the 6th here in Anchorage. Samuel Hess will lead things off. He'll face Evan Stratton, who's back out after getting out of a jam in the top of the 5th. 2-0 Bucs still leading, as the Chinooks will start things out with a bang here in the 6th inning. It'll roll all the way to the wall in left, and Samuel Hess with a big double. They started with a double in the 5th. Didn't amount to anything. Maybe here in the 6th they can capitalize. Tate Green with the runner on second and nobody gone. Gotta try and make something happen. He's 0 for 2. Did reach on an error in the 4th. But other than that, nothing much doing. It's a really nice piece of hitting from Samuel Hess. Perfect placement down the line, as Green will lift this one pretty high back towards the wall. It is gone. You can kiss it goodbye. 2-run shot for Tate Green. Home run number 2 of the season for the Slammin' Salmon. 2-2 ball game. And he will await the celebration at the dugout, as Tate Green, only hitting 130 on the season, gets his 2nd RBI of the year. What a moment for Green. And we have a new ball game, tied at 2 apiece. One ball, no strikes. Downstairs. And it's 2-0 to Reese Vassar. The Chinooks needed that one in a big way. And maybe that momentum is all they need to get it going. Fastball is in there. It is 3-1. How about the 8 and 9 hitters producing in a big time way? Samuel Hess with the double, and then Tate Green drives it over the fence. Reese Vassar now with a walk. Evan Stratton might be shaken up a bit here. And out to the mound goes the head man, Kirk Schreider. They're going to have a conversation here with Stratton. I think they're going to leave him out there for just one more moment. Nope, that's the end of the day for Stratton. See who they go with next, but we're going to take a quick break, and we will return where the Chinooks have tied this thing back up. Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska, where the Chinooks have leveled things out at 2-2. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Bucs is number 16, Luke Ivanoff. He is out of Whitman College, hometown of Anchorage, Alaska. He's posting an ERA of 10.8, no wins or losses on 4 appearances, he's pitched 5 innings, given up 9 hits, 9 runs, only 6 of them earned, 7 walks and 4 Ks for Ivanoff. Luke Ivanoff, he is a former South Anchorage Wolverine, won a state championship with them in 2022, and he's going to try and get the Bucs out of a little bit of a jam. Runner on first with nobody out. Not really much of a jam technically yet, but just feels like all the momentum going the Chinooks' way. A 2-run homer from Tate Green as we are level at 2 apiece, and it just seems like this could get back to pretty ugly for the Bucs. Big inning potentially on the way. It is 2-0 for Young. Young lifts it straight up in foul territory. It is Lanphier for out number 1. That's a good start for Luke Ivanoff. It's what you had to have. The easy out, and now Phoenix West at the plate. West, he is 0 for 2. Does have a walk in there, but that's it. A guy who is usually one of the biggest spark plugs on the team is yet to get much going today. But all that can turn around with one swing of the bat. He's usually been the guy threatening the wall. but hasn't gotten one over just yet this season. This Chinook team, they're starting to believe a little bit as we come down the stretch. They've grown together quite a lot. They love each other and got a good bond, but at a certain point, you know, that can carry a team pretty far. And it was a good win on Monday, and they've looked good coming out of Kenai so far. Getting on base here today, but couldn't quite knock guys home. But Tate Green delivers a big blow. You'd like to see him load up guys again and maybe get a base knock or two with the bases loaded. Vassar over there on first. That's a chopper right to Ivanov. He's going to stop it and flip it on over to first in time, but it does advance Vassar into scoring position. Credit to Luke Ivanov to get his paw out there and swipe it down. Now Kai Butler, who is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. A single here would be big. Butler out towards left field. And moving in and taking a tumble is Taylor Tracy, but the play is made, and that will end the inning. But damage has been done. Tate Green goes yard, and it is 2 runs on the 2 hits. It is no errors and 1 left on base. On to the home half of the 6th we go. We are tied 2 apiece here in Anchorage.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to recognize those folks who make it possible for these athletes to come up here and stay. These host families, let's give them a big round of applause. The Mattingly family, the Cruz family, the Studer family, the Gilgis family, Karen Norrisworthy, Tammy Williams, Stephanie Burgoon and her crew, Molly McManaman, and Eric Kurzweg, all proud hosts of our Anchorage Bucs. Thank you to those folks making it possible for these athletes to come up, and all those folks who help throughout the Alaska Baseball League, making it possible for one of the best leagues in the country. Thank you.
Bottom of the 6th now at Mulcahy Stadium. It is tied 2-2 after Tate Green pumps one over the left field wall. It will be Camden Lanphier to start things out. The 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Bucs. Cade Carrington back out. He delivers a changeup in there at the knees. It is 0-1. The Chinooks, man, they are looking to try and steal one here on the road as Lanphier can't beat that one out. 1 away. Both teams have had a lot of opportunities, but really haven't been able to convert a whole lot. Hayden Miller, he is going to step to the plate. 0 for 1, did walk and score in the 4th, though. Again, a guy searching for only his 3rd base hit of the season, and that'll be it right there. So I guess the slump is pretty much over for Hayden Miller. A nice walk in the 4th and a single there. I mean, I guess it takes more to get out of something than that, but it's a really good start for Hayden Miller. Now Andrew Raymond at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Cade Carrington out of the stretch. This one down the line foul. He'll have to come on back, and it is 0-1. We're approaching the 8 o'clock hour here in Anchorage, and we are in the bottom of the 6th. We're on pace for an over 3-hour ball game. That is more than any stat. That tells you how many chances that both of these teams have had and just haven't converted. Only 2-2, but over a 3-hour ball game. Yeah, that means these teams have been loading them up and not finishing the job. But it doesn't matter. We are tied. A fresh ball game. And anyone can take it as we enter the latter stages of this one. Down the line, this one looks like it's going to get out of play. It will. Into the left field stands. It's 1-2. Doesn't look like anyone's up in the Chinook pen. There is someone warming in the Bucs pen. They have run through a number of pitchers here today. They're on number 4 with Luke Ivanoff. And I doubt he comes back out. It's going to be the new guy, betcha. But that would be number 5. The Chinooks still working with number 2, Cade Carrington, in for the starter, Ollie Adams. That one bounced, and the runner will move to second. That is Hayden Miller. But you kind of knew for the Bucs that it was going to be a bullpen day no matter what. You started with Dylan Neto, who hadn't seen a start all season. So kind of the signs were there early. But Dylan Neto, man, he pitched it well. Got through 4 scoreless. It's about as good as you can ask from him. But it was Evan Stratton, the guy who was supposed to come in and be your rock after Sammy Funk loaded him up. That one swung on and missed. And we'll sit Raymond down for out number 2. It brings up Miles Keogh, who's 2 for 3. But, yeah, no. Evan Stratton comes in after Funk loads him up. He does his job, gets out of the jam, but then gives up a double to the number 8 hitter, then gives a homer to the number 9 hitter. I mean, that's just not what you're asking for out of the guy who's supposed to come in and steady the ship. But if you're the Chinooks, man, you'll take it. Love to see it, and they're happy to have only used 2 pitchers up to this point. And they would like Cade Carrington to get out of it right here. Miles Keogh, he has struck out in the ballgame, but it's looked good everywhere else. Into the air, Kai Butler shouldn't have too much of a problem with this one. He will flash the leather, and we are on to the top of the 7th. It is no runs, 1 hit. There are no errors, and there is 1 left on base. It is a tie ball game here in Anchorage. It's 2-2.
King Street Brewing, the RNDC, Architectural Supply Company, Pepsi, and the Packaging Store, all proud supporters of our Anchorage Bucs.
New pitcher of the ball game for the Anchorage Bucs. It is number 10, Carl Colavecchio. He is out of Feather River Community College, hometown of Anchorage, Alaska. So he is a local product. 2.7 the ERA, no wins, 1 loss on 7 appearances. 13 in the third pitch, giving up 13 hits, 5 runs, only 4 of them earned. 14 walks and 10 Ks for Colavecchio. Colavecchio is a returner for the Bucs. He played last year as he delivers a strike on the outside half. It is 0-1. At least I believe he played for the Bucs. He could have played for a different team, maybe the Miners or the Pilots, but he definitely played in the league last year. As that one on the ground, Drew Hurst cannot beat it out, and there's one away.
Not batting for the Chinooks, designated hitters, number 13, Luke Zaromsky.
Luke Zaromsky at the plate. He is 0 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice, but that's it. Nothing doing for him. With one away, base is empty. He's got to find a way to get on base. Takes a fastball, and it is on the outside half in there. It's 0-1. Sun has really just stayed beautiful here in Anchorage so far. You'd love to see it after just, again, such a little bit of a nasty beginning of the week. I mean, the rain was pouring down, the wind up at my house at least. Man, it was for sure gusts up around 70, 80 miles an hour. And granted, that's not going to be the same for the rest of town. I live up in a spot that's got a lot of wind, but I mean, it was blowing yesterday, to say the least. Monday night and Sunday. As Zaromsky, he'll have to head on back to the dugout quickly. 2 gone here. Colavecchio, he's making a nice impact as he steps in here in the 7th inning. Carter Reed now. Still a 2-2 ball game, as it has been closely contested so far. Taken on the outside half, 0-1. Let's take a look at the Chinook fishing report. It is back home finally tomorrow. Lee Jordan Field has been awaiting us for 2 weeks. And we return tomorrow night at 6 o'clock against the Peninsula Oilers. Then we are off on Friday. Then it is back to Lee Jordan on Saturday, 6 o'clock against the Oilers again. So a 2-game series against the Oilers, but with a day in between. And then it is a day off on Sunday. Enjoy the World Cup final. That is been set, Spain and Argentina, as Argentina pulled off a miraculous comeback today against England. Out towards center field, moving in quickly on a dive. It is not caught, and Carter Reed in for a base hit. Now it does bring up Samuel Hess, who had the double his last time up. He is 2 for 3, a single, an infield single in the second, and then the double, which he scored on in the 6th. So he's looking good. But then we conclude your Chinook Fishing Report with our game on Monday back at Lee Jordan. It will be the Matsu Miners on Monday night, 6 o'clock. So that is your Chinook Fishing Report. We will give it to you once more before we head out of here. Will do, Luke. I will let them know. We enjoyed having you up here, and we're glad you get to see the Chinooks in action in person, and also just see the beautiful state of Alaska. It's one of, I think, the best parts about this league. It's not the baseball. It's getting to bring up new guys to show them the wonderful state that we have, as it is 3-0 to Hess. Two balls, no strikes. It is off the plate. So 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls. Samuel Hess, he is on to first. Carter Reed moves into scoring position now for Tate Green. Tate Green, he is 1 for 3, but he went deep his last time up. A 2-run bomb over the left field fence. How does he respond? He's got a lot of space in center field. Instead, he's going to go on the ground over to first, and it is scooped up by Miller for out number 3. So, no runs on 1 hit. It is no errors and 2 left on base. On to the home half of the 7th we go. We will stretch here in Anchorage as we are knotted up at 2 apiece.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Get on your feet. Let's sing a little Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's that time of day. A beautiful night for baseball. So get up, get on your feet, and let's sing. All 1, a 2, and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for its root. Root, root for the Bucs. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. All right, let's get some runs, Bucs. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. I appreciate it. That's always a good time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now batting in for our Anchorage Bucs. Shortstop, number 18.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium, as Finn Leach will be the leadoff man for the Bucs here in this bottom of the 7th. Finn Leach, he is 1 for 3 in the ball game. It'll still be Cade Carrington on the bump for the Chinooks. Breaking pitch misses downstairs. It is 1-0. Still no Chinook warming in the pen. I wonder how long they're going to let Carrington roll. Until they see him get into trouble, I guess. There is another Buck warming already. The Bucs would be sending out pitcher number 7, I believe. The Bucs, or excuse me, the Chinooks, still rolling with number 2. Let me count them up. It would be Might just be number 6, actually. Should be Neto, then Funk, then Stratton, then Ivanov, then Colavecchio. That's 5, and whoever is in the pen would be 6. But still, that is discrepancy between the two teams for sure. 3-2, though, at the moment for Finn Leach. Just downstairs on the payoff pitch, and Leach will head on to first. Now Hank Smith, who is 0 for 3 in the ballgame, will head on. Ty Denton waiting on deck for the Bucs now. It's a 2-2 ball game. The Chinooks really wanted to keep it that way, as there is one at second. Is close. They got them both. How about another double play? The 4-6-3 this time around. And the fielding is doing wonders for the Chinooks at the moment. Still no errors for them. That's a very welcome sight. And now with 2 away bases empty, Ty Denton, he is 1 for 2. Single and hit by pitch. Outside, as the count moves to 1-0. Swing and a miss, way out ahead of it. And it is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor Tracy now on deck for the Bucs. We'll see if he gets a chance. Carrington leaves it inside. 2-1. Mark letting us know we do have a Chinook up in the pen. Ready if we need him is number 35. Let's see who that is. It is Cade Rowland. I should have known that. Man, Cade Rowland, what an outing he had in Kenai on Wednesday night. So that is exactly a week ago at this point. That one just off the corner on the curveball, 3-2. Payoff pitch now for Ty Denton. But, man, Cade Rowland, he came in, middle of the ball game. And it was a tight game against the Oilers. Needed it. And Cade Rowland, man, he just kept rolling. 5 innings as that one out towards right field. Samuel Hess should be able to put it away. But, yeah, Rowland, 5 innings scoreless, and he was the hero of the one on Wednesday night in Kenai. Hopefully he can do it again here. But we will head on to the 8th inning. There are no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Top of the 8th, here we come. It is tied 2-2 here in Anchorage. Welcome back. It's the top of the 8th here in Anchorage. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Bucs. Number 31, John Carlson will be the new arm. He's out of Cal Baptist University, hometown of Valencia, California. 2.02 the ERA, 2 wins, no losses on 7 appearances. He does have 6 starts, so almost all of his action has been out of the dugout, not the pen, but they're going to exhaust all their pitchers today pretty much. 26 and 2/3 he's pitched. 19 hits, 8 runs, only 6 of them earned, 14 walks, and 28 Ks for Carlson. He will have to face the top of the Chinook order. 1, 2, 3, Vassar, Young, and West, who have just not been spectacular today. Austin Young has a double, but that is it for hits out of the top 3 hitters. Vassar takes high and tight. It's 1-0. Still 2-2 in this ball game as we are heading into the final stages. Off the plate, and it is 2-0. Not much wind to speak of now. It was ripping in earlier, but really pretty quiet at this moment. Upstairs, and Reese Vassar, he is way ahead. See if he can take ball 4 and just head on to first for free. And after putting Carlson in, just like that, they're recycling a new pitcher into the pen. Strike on the inside, and it is 3-1. Let's see, that might look to be number 32. I believe that is Andrew Haberman. And that's definitely outside. So on to first goes Vassar. The go-ahead run is on base. And Austin Young can have a chance to move him around. Like we mentioned, Young does have that double in the 5th. He's 1 for 4. Phoenix West waiting on deck. One of those guys that, you know, despite not having a good game, he is always ready to pop. Right down Broadway for a strike. It's 0-1. If you can get to Phoenix West with a runner in scoring position and nobody out, you are staring down a victory potentially, as long as the pitchers can do their jobs. Austin Young tried to lay down a bunt. It is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. John Carlson ahead here. So quality work from Vassar to get on first via the walk. Now got to find a way to move him around. Back on a dive is Vassar. If that wasn't picked by Miller nicely, that would have been runner in scoring position for free. And then it's Young swinging away without having to worry about moving the runner into scoring position. With the 0-2 count here, he's going to swing away no matter what, as he will put that through the gap. First and second for the Chinooks. And here is the scenario you were looking for. Vassar on second, Young on first with Phoenix West at the plate. Nobody gone. Phoenix West, he's 0 for 3 in this one with a walk, but man, it just seems like whenever you need him most, he comes through. We remember back in Kenai a huge double that gave the Chinooks a lead in the 8th inning. So with a left on right matchup, he is looking to pull this one down the line. Takes off the corner. It's 1-0. Vassar on second. Young on first. Kai Butler waiting on deck. He should get a chance here. Unless Phoenix were to somehow hit into a triple play, we're going to see Butler. And man, it'd be as frustrating as it would be if we see a triple play here. You just got to nod your head and say, wow. But I'm not expecting that. Throw back to second. It's close. He's in safely. I guess both of these guys could get picked off and then Phoenix West go down. That is an option. But we should see Kai Butler. The 1-0 now to Phoenix. Swing and a miss. We move even. Man, Phoenix, he's just got such a unique stance in the box. He stands at the very back with his feet together and crouches down, but boy, does it work. Inside as he moves ahead 2-1. Two to 2 ball game, top of the 8th. Chinooks looking to break this tie. It is down the line. This one's going to get to the wall. It is off the wall. It'll score 1, more than likely 2, and it is a stand-up double. They're going to hold the runner at third, does Easton Babe, and I think that's a wise move because of how hard that hit off the wall. It was played back in pretty quickly, but nevertheless, it is an RBI double, a go-ahead RBI double for Phoenix West. It was Reese Vassar home to score, and there's still nobody out, so another chance to keep it rolling. Kai Butler at the plate. And boy, that's what we said. Phoenix West, he is very capable of doing it. When you need him most, he'll come through. That is his 12th RBI of the season, his 23rd base hit into the air. And this might be a little blooper. Nope, it did not go nearly as far as I thought it did. And that is 1 away for Butler. And now there's 1 away. Drew Hurst at the plate. I mean, if you're not going to get a base hit, really just put something in the outfield, give him a shot at the sacrifice fly. Looks like we got a pinch hitter into the ball game waiting on deck. Kirby Jenkins in for Luke Zaromski. Swing and a miss. It is 0-1. John Carlson, he's getting hit around a little bit here. As the count moves to 0-2. That's right, Luke. That's on me. But no triple play. It worked out all right. It worked out just fine. We got runners on second and third, a 3-2 lead. And only 1 away for Drew Hurst, a chance to bring in another one right here. Comes up empty, and now it is 2 away. Could not come up with anything to bring in the run from third. So the pinch hitter, Kirby Jenkins, will try and make some magic happen. You'd love to have one more. A base hit could bring them both in, though. And, wow. They're just going to intentionally walk him. Now, that's an interesting call there. Kirby Jenkins, I mean, you bring in the pinch hitter, I get it. You got a base open. Might as well, but if we're being honest, he has not hit the ball great as of late. He's starting to heat up. He had a decent game on Monday. So that's what the Bucs are thinking of. They saw him hit him a couple times, so I get it. But he hadn't been too hot coming into this week. But, you know, maybe they don't want any piece of him. They know what kind of power he could have. They know that he is a very capable hitter, and they got a base open, so why not? They give it to Carter Reed instead. But Carter Reed, man, he is 2 for 3 with a walk, so I don't know how much better that looks. Carter Reed fouls it back, and we are even 1-1. But if you're the Chinooks, you're liking the fact that you got a guy at the plate that you said, hey, they're going to try and intentionally walk you to bring up a guy who's 2 for 3. So, man, the Chinooks, they'll take it. Now you just got to execute. One more base hit for Carter Reed, and the Chinooks feeling pretty good. 1-2. And we'll see which Cade comes back out, whether it's Cade Carrington, Cade with a Q, or Cade Rowland, Cade with a C. Swing and a miss, a high chopper, and that's going to end the inning. But they get 1 run on 2 hits. It is no errors, and it is 3 left on base. 4th time today, the Chinooks leave them loaded, but they do break the tie. The Chinooks lead it 3-2.
Pitching change is a call down to that Pepsi bullpen. Also want to thank our athletic trainer Lynn Young and orthopedic physicians of Alaska for supporting our athletes, keeping them healthy. The Health Club, Alaska Club, for keeping our kids strong and physical. And our Team Car Care Center, let's thank Alaska Springs of Performance, Alaska Towing and Wrecking is our official car care center. Thank you to those folks for making it all happen here for our Anchorage Bucs.
Welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. Chinooks have a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Cade Rowland, the new pitcher, out for the Chinooks. He is out of Connors State College, hometown of Pangburn, Arkansas. 2.61 the ERA, 1 win, no losses on 4 appearances. 10.1 the innings pitched. He has given up 7 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned. 4 walks and 5 Ks for Rowland as we try to shut this thing down. Taylor Tracy will lead things off for the Bucs. Tracy, Dara, Lanfear, the trio due up. First pitch to Tracy's downstairs. It is 1-0. Cade Rowland, he had a phenomenal outing as previously mentioned a week ago down in Kenai. pitched 5 scoreless innings in relief. It was only this will be the 3rd pitch of the day for the Chinooks, but it was only a 2-pitcher day for the Chinooks down there in Kenai. As that one misses inside, it nearly got Tracy on the slider, but instead it'll be just 2-1 here. Up the middle, that's a base hit for Tracy. And now Ryan Dara at the plate. Dara, he is 1 for 3. He grounded into a double play his last time up. Boy, wouldn't that be nice if he did it again. Yeah, we clearly have some sort of concert going on over there in the parking lot. You can hear some music blaring out my window here in the press box. I'd like to know what exactly it is going on. Some sort of little festival, music festival of some sort. I don't know. Anchorage isn't known particularly for its concerts, but got something here. So that does mean, though, when you do get someone coming into town, you might get some people to show up. I don't think it's any sort of big name, but yeah, you can really hear it now. Maybe fun little pump-up music for the guys on the diamond. I don't know if you guys can hear it on the stream. The crowd mic's outside, so you might be able to even hear it better than I can. I don't know. 0-1 for Ryan Dara. The righty Roland out of the stretch. He's really trying to square up a bunt, and he's behind 0-2 now. The wind is blowing straight in from center now. As try to square up a bunt again. Oh! On to second he goes on a wild pitch. Didn't even need the bunt. And so Taylor Tracy into second with nobody out. Chinooks got to be very, very careful. Doesn't look like there's anyone warming. Yeah, it looks like we got some bodies up there. Can't tell who it is for the Chinooks, but there's some bodies up there. Downstairs, count moves even. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Ryan Dara. On a line out towards left field. Oh, a slippage. And that will tie this ball game up. Phoenix West goes down. And he's able to, grab it and throw it in, but yikes. Not pretty. And we are knotted up at 3 apiece once more. Taylor Tracy home to score on the Ryan Dara single.
Now batting for the Anchorage Bucs, third baseman, number 17,
Camden Lanphier at the plate. He is 0 for 2. On the ground, they will move the runner into scoring position, a sacrifice bunt for Camden Lanphier, but it is going to be runner on second with 1 away now for Hayden Miller. Yeah, Mark, that's what I just looked up. I just looked it up, and yeah, the band Perry, the headliner of what is the Backyard Country Barbecue in the Sullivan Arena parking lot. Ken Peltier, Kendall Marvel, and Trey Penley. Also a part of things. But that's what we've got going on here in the parking lot. So some sort of country concert. Runner on second, 0-1 to Miller. Downstairs as the count moves even 1-1. Let's take a look at who the Chinooks got due up in the top of the ninth. It will be Samuel Hess, Tate Green, and Reese Vassar. Man, those guys made a lot happen in goodness gracious. Hayden Miller, for a second time today, loses his bat, and it sends the Bucs guys flying out of the dugout. But as I was saying, in that sixth inning, the 8 and 9 hitters, Hess and Green, made some noise. But Hayden Miller, he's got to work on holding on to that that bat a little bit better. That second time today, he has flung it down the line. 1-2. As we are getting loud. There are some baseball tunes going right now. Hayden Miller lifts one way too high. And underneath it is West. He will make the grab. Thought about tagging, but he's going to hold up. There's 2 away now. If I'm a baseball player down there, I'm not sure if that loud of music would help me or hurt me a little bit. Or not really matter. I'm not sure. But it seems to be quite loud. But if you're a fan and you like that sort of music, you get a free concert and a show. So that's nice, I guess. The 1-0 pitch chopped on over to the third. That should do it. Carter Reed makes the play, and we will head on to the ninth inning. The Bucs do get 1 run, however, it ties things up on 2 hits. It is no errors and 1 left on base. On to the top of the ninth we go, knotted up at 3 apiece here in Anchorage. New pitcher of the ball game for the Bucs. They throw in the closer, number 32, Andrew Haberman, out of Santa Clara University, hometown of Westlake Village, California. ERA of 0. He has 2 wins, no losses on 9 appearances, 2 saves in there as well. 10.1 innings pitched. He has given up 5 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. 2 walks and 5 Ks for Haberman. See if the Chinooks can give him his first earned run of the season. 3-3 your score. It'll be Samuel Hess to lead things off. Takes down and away. 1-1. Fouled off. And now the count moves to 1-2. Haberman ahead. Luke says, can't hear the band music on the stream, so that means I do not have the crowd mic turned up too high, because it is quite audible here. I mean, if you guys really want to hear it, I mean, I can turn up the crowd mic, but if not, we will play on as normal. One-two on the ground, over to short. Backhand stop, and he's safe. Yes, sirree. Samuel Hess will beat it out. That is no frills, nothing fancy. Just beat out the throw. Samuel Hess doing what he needs to. Another infield single. He had one in the second inning. And boy, has he had a nice day. 3 for 4 and a walk. Now Tate Green, he is 1 for 4. Went deep in the 6th inning. Gots to move the runner around. He will go back the same way he came. It is down the left field line. Runner heading for third. He's going to get the signal home. 4-3 Chinooks. Tate Green does it again. Samuel Hess and Tate Green, the dynamic duo today. Who knew the 8 and 9 hitters were going to be the saviors for the Chinooks? How about it? First earned run to the season for Andrew Haberman. Come on, Tate Green, have a day. A second, or it's a double, and an RBI double at that. It was misplayed in the corner by the left fielder Taylor Tracy, but either way, it doesn't take anything away from the spectacular base hit from Tate Green. I think if without the misplay, I think if Hess was thinking go straight home all the way, I think he would have got there. He took a nice pause at third before coming home and was home with plenty of time. So even without the bobble, I think he's getting there either way. Back to the top of the order with Reese Vassar. The Chinooks would like to keep adding on. They got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And maybe Haberman a little bit shaken up. Chinooks going to start warming Rossi. A bunt laid down. Oh, that is spectacular. But, of course, a nice play by Denton to get the out. But it does its job. Moves the runner in over to third.
Now batting for the Chinooks, catcher number 10, Austin Young.
So with Green at third, excuse me, and one away, it's Austin Young. Young, he is 2 for 5. A nice day. Can he add on? Sacrifice fly would be really nice here. Oh, 0-1 to Young. Takes inside. Count moves even. 1 ball, 1 strike. The wind blowing in now. One pitch is way in the other batter's box as we move to 2-1. Austin Young ahead in the count. Let's look and see who the Bucs got due up. Oh, it's the top of the order. Keogh, Leach, and Smith. That's who Evan Rossi he's going to have to deal with, we assume it'll be Evan Rossi. Strike at the knees. We move even 2-2. He is up in the Chinook pen. And unless the Chinooks just put up a barrage of runs, I imagine they're going to throw him in there for another save situation. If the Chinooks can get out of this inning up 5-3, you are feeling pretty good with Rossi on the mound. If the Chinooks can take one 6-4 on Monday, 5-3 on Tuesday, boy, you are liking your chances at moving up into a spot in that championship series. A long way to go as that one is out towards center. It will score the run from third. Austin Young with his third base hit of the day. An RBI single for the Fresno State Bulldog. And Tate Green will head on home. 5-3 Chinooks. Now Phoenix West, who had the huge double in the 8th, he's back to scare the Bucs again. Runner on first with only one out. Maybe you can keep on adding. That is off the glove. There's still a chance to make the play. He's safe. And that's going to be a base hit. It moves Austin Young into scoring position for Kai Butler. Butler with one away and a runner in scoring position. He will try and make it 6-3. Question now is, at what point do you not send Rossi in? I would guess just anything not a safe situation. So if they go up by 4, you bring Cade Rowland back out potentially. But if it's 6-3 or 5-3, Evan Rossi will trot out here. That is my best guess. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aberman pitching out of the stretch. The righty deals. On the ground over to third. This could be a double play. Get one at second, and they're going to get them both. But the Chinooks, they do what they came to do. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. There are no errors, and there are 2 left on base. On to the home half of the 9th inning. It's closing time for the Chinooks. They lead it 5-3. Closing time for the Chinooks, and with who else? It's number 32, Evan Rossi, into the ballgame. Evan Rossi out of Seton Hill University, hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The franchise save leader will step to the plate looking for save number 6 on the season. 2.45 the ERA, no wins, 2 losses on 8 appearances. Again, he has 5 saves on the season. 11 innings pitched, giving up 10 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. 7 walks, 7 Ks for Rossi, as he will look to shut down the trio of Keogh, Leach, and Smith. And yes, big shout out to Tate Green. A much needed day from him. A homer and a huge RBI double, came home to score as well. And yes, let's finish this thing. 5-3, Chinooks lead it. Keogh will start things out. Keogh, he is 2 for 4. He's got a double and a single. Scored on the double in the first. As Evan Rossi will take the mound. Wind blowing in from center. Fastball on the corner. Got it. It's 0-1. The Chinooks have out-hit the Bucs today by quite a lot. By a tally of 14-10. Wind blowing in from left now. 1-1 pitch to Keogh. Foul tipped into the turf. Keogh behind, 1-2. On the ground over to third. Hurst will put the squeeze on it and fire over in time for out number 1. Chinooks 2 outs away now. Finn Leach. He is 1 for 3 with a walk. He's going to try and get aboard as the Bucs are grasping at straws now. Rossi kicks and throws. It's downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Just what a lovely evening here in Anchorage. Beautiful blue skies after the storms. As that's right down Main Street, 1-1. You got a nice little outdoor concert going on behind us. A soccer game going on out past left field. And the Chinooks looking to finish another victory. 2-1. To come into Anchorage twice in a row and take down the Bucs would that'd be fun to say the least. In the air, a little jam shot out to Butler, and he's not going to get there. So a single for Finn Leach, as that is the start of a potential rally for the Bucs. But Chinooks are looking to close it down still. The Bucs have a long way to go. 5-3, Chinooks lead it. The tying run is at the plate, but Evan Rossi is not worried. Hank Smith, 0 for 3 in this one. He grounded into a double plays last time up. One here would end the ball game. The righty Rossi pitching out of the stretch. Deals just below the knees, 2-0. Fouled back. Count moves to 2-1. The Chinooks finally get to come back home tomorrow night. We hope to see a whole lot of Chinook faithful out at Lee Jordan tomorrow. If you can make it, please be there. It will be a good time as we welcome the Peninsula Oilers. Swing and a foul tip. We move even 2-2. The Chinooks will be coming home hot as long as Rossi can finish the job here. It would have been a win on Wednesday for the Chinooks last Wednesday in Kenai. A close one they dropped on Thursday. Then the win on Monday, and then hopefully another win right here. Outside. Full count. The Chinooks, excuse me, were supposed to have played on Sunday as well, but that one got rained out. So we'll play that one next Wednesday. So a doubleheader will be a week from today at Lee Jordan. That one shot through the gap. And it's first and second now for the Bucs. A diving attempt from Hurst, but he couldn't quite get there. Now it is Ty Denton, the catcher. Denton, 1 for 3. Out to the mound goes Easton Babe. He's trying to calm Evan Rossi down a little bit. Denton at the plate. Tracy on deck. Taylor Tracy, he has put 2 singles on the board his last 2 times up. Started the ball game with 2 strikeouts and then has started to heat up. Denton flew out his last time up. See if maybe he can go down the same way here. Five to 3, Chinooks lead it. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Inside, 1-0. If the Chinooks win this ball game, they would jump the Anchorage Bucs by half a game in the league standings up to 3rd place. Ooh, good snag from Austin Young. That could have been trouble. 2-0. So, I mean, all the more reason that the Chinooks need to finish this out. Takes that one down the middle, 2-1. Good recalibration pitch from Evan Rossi. Got to find a way to get to out number 2 here. On the inside corner, we move even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Tracy waiting on deck, Denton trying to find a way on base. Down and away, we move full. Evan Rossi got to come with his best stuff right here. Really do not want to load the bases up for Tracy. That is sprayed down the line foul. It's fought off, but a good challenge from Evan Rossi. It was one of those that was close. I think if you take it, it's probably a ball, but one of those that, you know, if you're a hitter, you can't take that chance. So good pitch from Rossi. Out towards center. Butler on the run. Diving attempt. He can't make the play. Thankfully for the Chinooks, no one's home. But trouble, trouble, trouble. Bases are loaded for the Bucs. Leach on 3rd. Smith on 2nd. Denton on 1st. And it is going to be, looks like a pinch hitter. Looks like Andrew Garcia. Big spot for him. With only 1 away and the bases loaded, he'll take a pitch on a fastball. Garcia only hitting 200 on the season. He's got 11 hits, 5 RBIs, does have a bomb. He's out of Bradley University, hometown of Chicago, Illinois. Swing and a miss. It is 0-2. He's behind. Evan Rossi needs this out right here. If you get to out number 2, you are sitting pretty. Or at least prettier than you were. Still a tight spot he's in, but got a 2-run cushion. On the ground, they will step on first for 1. Ooh, Carter Reed, he thought about going home, but I think that's a wise decision just to get the out. It's 5-4, but now you have to make the play. It does end up scoring Finn Leach. 5-4 Chinooks lead. And it is Ryan Darrow. Oh, buddy. This would be a save and a half if Evan Rossi can do it. Runners on second and third, and a very good hitter at the plate. He is 2 for 4. Misses downstairs. You do have a base open if you want to give it to Camden Lanfear instead, who is 0 for 2. I think it's one of those you kind of see where you can get. If you can get a couple strikes, try and finish the job. If not, you send them to first with no qualms. But they're going to get a strike at the knees. It's even 1-1. You got a strike here. Might as well try and see if you can pick up another, then finish the job. Ooh, that's close. Austin Young couldn't quite get the call on the frame job, but it's 2-1. It's 5-4. Chinooks holding a lead. On third there is Hank Smith. Denton in at second. Fouled off. 2-2. One pitch can end it. What a spot for Evan Rossi. See if he goes to the curveball here or something off speed. He goes with the high heat and sends him packing. That is save number 6 for Evan Rossi. 5-4. Chinooks win it. Ryan Dara comes up with nothing but air. It is 1 run on 3 hits. There is no errors and 2 left on base. How about it, Chinooks? Take the win in dramatic fashion, if we're being completely honest here. And they will move into 3rd place in the ABL at 14-11. Bucs fall to 13-11. But we'll be back here to wrap this ball game up. In just a few moments, we'll get you your final line scores when we return.
Saturday, July 18th versus the Pilots. And game on Sunday is the Pilots home game. So that's all coming up this weekend. The Mayor's Cup between the Bucs and the Pirates. Take a moment before you head out of the Mulcahy Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Pick up around your area. Find proper receptacle for any trash. We greatly appreciate your cooperation. Also, when you're heading home, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to Mulcahy Stadium. It is a 5-4 victory for the Nooks. Let's take a look at your final line scores for both teams. First, for the home team, the Anchorage Bucs. It was 4 runs on 13 hits, 1 error, 12 left on base. As for your Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks, it was 5 runs on 14 hits, no errors, 18 left on base. We'll take a moment to talk about that number just for a brief moment because we don't want to dwell on it for too long. Got the victory, but 4 times today they left the bases loaded. Got to get a couple more base hits with runners in scoring position. You know, this could have been. They had a lot of guys on base today. Really did. Could have made this a huge ball game, but 14 hits, so can't complain too much. Except for that, those were just a lot of you love to see 14 hits. Got to get them a little more timely, but the offense is there. You know, that's the story of it. Offense is there, and how about Tate Green? Tate Green goes deep in the 6th inning with the 2-run shot. He gets also another big RBI double in the 9th. But how about his bottom of the order compadre, Samuel Hess? He was 3 for 4, a double and 2 infield singles. He scored twice as well. And shout out to Austin Young, 3 for 6, a double and 2 singles. Phoenix West came up big at the end and had a single and a double, a big double at that. Every run mattered in this one as Evan Rossi came up with a save. It was dicey at the end, but able to finish the job. Oliver Adams was good in this one as well. He only gave up 2 runs, I believe. Yep, 2 runs, and credit to him. He did what he needed to do. Cade Carrington, also a solid outing. But, you know, the Chinooks, they prevail once more. A tight ball game in which they just find ways to win. That's the name of the game. The pitching really just has been solid this year for the Chinooks. The offense, it comes and goes, but the pitching has been very good. And it's just a welcome sight to see. We love to see it. And before we get out of here, let's take a look at the updated ABL standings. It's not much. It is the Miners still atop at 13-9. The Oilers at 15-11. The Chinooks jump up to 14-11 in 3rd place. The Bucs fall to 13-11 in 4th place, and of course the Glacier Pilots down in last at 5-18. This was the only game in action tonight in the ABL, and now we will look at your Chinook fishing report one more time before we go. It is back home tomorrow night in Chugiak at Lee Jordan Field, 6 o'clock against the Peninsula Oilers. A very important match there as we are only half a game back of the Oilers in the standings for 2nd place. It is a day off on Friday, then back to Lee Jordan at 6 o'clock in Chugiak to face the Oilers once more. Day off on Sunday, then it is Lee Jordan again at 6 o'clock against the Matsu Miners. That will conclude your fishing report for now. And that just about does it for us here at Mulcahy Stadium. Once again, your final score, 5-4. Chinooks win it in a thriller. We will see you tomorrow night in Chugiak. This has been Clayton Jackson from all of us here at the Chugiak-Eagle River Chinooks AIA Baseball. We will see you tomorrow in Chugiak.